Hello, students. Good morning. Today, our topic is discrete time Fourier series. Fourier series. Before discussing Fourier series, first question is why we use Fourier series. Fourier series is used for converting time domain signal into frequency domain signal, or any periodic function or any periodic signal can be represented by Fourier series. We have already discussed that continuous time periodic function or continuous time periodic signal can be represented by Fourier series, by continuous time Fourier series. Similarly, aperiodic continuous time signal, aperiodic continuous time signal can be represented by continuous time Fourier transform. Clear? Now we discuss about discrete time signal. So here we discuss discrete time Fourier series. Consider a signal x of n is a discrete time periodic signal. Means x of n repeats itself after capital N. This capital N is period of discrete time signal. Clear? And the Fourier series representation for x of n consists of n harmonically related exponential form exponential j to pi k n divided by capital N. Capital N is time period of discrete time signal. So x of n can be represented by summation k is equal to 0 from k is equal to 0 to n minus 1 is ak multiplied by exponential j 2 pi k n divided by capital N, and this equation is known as synthesis equation, and in this equation ak is known as coefficient of Fourier series. Why this equation is known as synthesis equation? Because xn is synthesized by this equation or by Fourier coefficients ak. So this is known as synthesis equation. Next, the equation for Fourier coefficient is given by ak is equal to 1 by n summation n is equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of n exponential minus j 2 pi k n divided by capital N, and this is given by equation 2, and this equation is known as analysis equation. Why this is known as analysis equation? Because in this by this equation we calculate the value or we determine the Fourier coefficient ak, and this ak provides the amplitude and phase associated with frequency component of xn. Means we can analyze a signal x of n by using this equation. So this is known as analysis equation. And in case of DTFS, means in case of discrete time signal, this AK is also periodic. Means AK is periodic, means AK plus N is equal to AK. To prove this condition, we start with AK plus N is equal to 1 by N x summation N is equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of n exponential minus j 2 pi k plus n multiplied by n divided by n. Here in this equation we simply substitute k plus n in place of k. K plus n in place of k. Similarly, here we substitute k, we replace k by k minus n. Then 1 by n summation n from n is equal to 0 to n minus 1 x of n exponential minus j 2 pi kn divided by n and multiplied by exponential minus j 2 pi n. Then exponential minus j 2 pi n is equal to cos 2 pi n minus j sin 2 pi n, and value of 2 pi n is always 1. So this term is 1. This term is converted into 1 and we get ak plus n is equal to ak. Am I audible? Hello? Aru?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Note that Fourier series is possible if f is equal to k by n, k is also integer and n is integer. It means that if frequency is rational, then Fourier series is possible. So if x of n is given by cos under root 2 pi n, here this is cos omega n, means under root 2 pi is omega, and omega is equal to under root 2 pi under root 2 multiplied by n, and omega is equal to 2 pi f. So f is 1 by under root 2 pi, and this is not a rational number. It means that this signal is not periodic, and if this signal is not periodic, we cannot represent this signal by discrete time Fourier series. Same case as in case of continuous time Fourier series. In continuous time Fourier series, any continuous periodic signal can be represented by Fourier series. Similarly, in discrete time signal, any discrete time signal can be represented by DTFS or discrete time Fourier series. Then properties of DTFS. First is linearity. If so, DTFS of x of n is ak and DTFS of y of nk is bk, then calculate or determine the linear coefficient of linear combination of x of n and y of n. Suppose that this is the linear combination of x of n and y of n. A x of n plus b y of n, this is the linear combination of x of n and y of n. Then calculate the coefficient of this discrete signal. Given that ak is equal to 1 by n summation x of n exponential minus jk omega naught n, and bk is given by 1 by n summation y of n exponential minus k omega naught n. Let linear combination of x of n and y of n is this, and if we want to calculate the coefficient of this linear combination, then we substitute dk is equal to 1 by n summation, this is treated as x of n as in this case, and multiplied by exponential minus k minus jk omega naught n here. And if we separate this in two terms, then this is a and ak and plus b, and this is bk. So we can say that the coefficient of this signal is a capital A multiplied by ak plus b multiplied by bk, where a and b are constant and ak is and bk are coefficient of x of n and y of n. Proof is same as in case of continuous Fourier series or continuous Fourier transform. Time reversal. If x ak is Fourier coefficient of x of n and b a minus, then calculate, if ak is Fourier coefficient of x of n, then calculate the Fourier coefficient of x of minus n. Means in this signal is time reverse in time domain. Then calculate the Fourier coefficient of this x of minus n. So bk is given by 1 by n summation x of n exponential minus k omega n by definition, and if we substitute this minus n is equal to n dash minus n, this is wrong, no, n is equal to minus n dash, then we get bk is equal to 1 by n x of n dash, and here exponential plus j k omega n dash, and there is, since it is time reversal property, and in time reversal property there is no change in period, so this remains same. bk is 1 by n summation x of n dash m multiplied by exponential j k omega n dash, and it is equal to 1 by n summation x of n exponential. We can write this expression by exponential minus j minus k omega n dash is equal to a minus k. So bk is equal to this, or we can say that if ak is Fourier coefficient of x of n, then a minus k is Fourier coefficient of x of minus n. Conjugation. If x of n, if ak is Fourier coefficient of x of n, then calculate the Fourier coefficient of conjugate of x of n. You have to calculate the Fourier coefficient of this signal. bk is given by this. Simply substitute this conjugate of x of n, and here, but you can write this expression by this conjugation is here, and this minus is changed into plus, and this plus is changed by minus j minus k, and you can know that it can be written as a minus k conjugation of a minus k. So we can say that Fourier coefficient of x of conjugate of x of n is conjugate of a minus k. Then next property is time shifting property. If x of n, if ak is Fourier coefficient of x of n, then calculate the Fourier coefficient of x of n minus n naught. Clear? And we have proved this property many times in continuous Fourier series or in continuous Fourier transform. Take 2 minutes to prove this. property. Solve this property or prove this property because you have proved this property in continuous Fourier series and continuous Fourier transform. Calculate the Fourier coefficient of x of n minus n naught. Suppose that Fourier coefficient of x of n minus n naught is given by bk. Bk is equal to 1 by n summation x n minus n naught exponential minus j omega n. For this n minus n naught is equal to n dash, and in time shifting property there is no change in period, so n remains same, capital N remains same. This 1 by n summation n dash is equal to n x of n dash exponential minus jk omega n plus n naught. And since this exponential minus k omega n naught is constant, we take this term out of the summation and this is equal to ak, and we get the Fourier coefficient of x of n minus n naught, which is given by ak multiplied by exponential minus j omega n naught. So if signal is shifted in time domain by n naught by minus n naught, then exponential minus jk omega n naught is multiplied by Fourier coefficient of x of n in frequency domain. Frequency shifting property: if x of n is represented by ak, or ak, if Fourier if dtfs of x of n is ak, then calculate the Fourier coefficient of this signal. Fourier coefficient of this signal, suppose that Fourier coefficient of this signal is bk, and bk is given by 1 by n summation x of n dot exponential j and 2 pi exponential jk 2 pi n 2 pi by n into n. This is treated as x of n multiplied by exponential minus jk 2 pi divided by capital N multiplied by n. Yeah. And if we solve this equation, we get an equation like this: 1 by n summation x of n exponential minus jk minus m 2 pi by capital N multiplied by small. And this is written, so bk is written as a k minus n. So we can say that Fourier coefficient of this signal is given by a k minus n. Then next is time scaling. Time scaling. If AK is Fourier coefficient of x of n, then calculate the Fourier coefficient of x of n divided by m. X of n divided by m. And period of x of n by m is n m. This is time scaling property. And in time scaling property, period is changed. Suppose that Fourier coefficient of x of n by capital M is Vk, and by definition Vk is given by 1 by, here instead of using n we use n dash, and n dash is equal to mn. Here it is given that period of x of n by m is n m. Clear? So this is the period. N dash is equal to n m. Summation x of n by m exponential minus k 2 pi by n multiplied by n. The period of time scale signal is given by. So if we substitute the value of n dash, we get the value of Vk is 1 by mn summation x n m exponential minus jk 2 pi by mn into n. Put n by m is equal to n dash, and we know that n is equal to mn. N is equal to mn. So if we substitute the value of n here, we get n is equal to n dash, and if we substitute write Vk is equal to 1 by m multiplied by 1 by n summation x of n dash, n by m is substituted by n dash, so x of n dash multiplied by exponential minus jk 2 pi n dash multiplied by n dash. Here this and this n is n by m. N by m is replaced by n. Here. So this is the AK 1 by n summation x of n exponential minus jk omega n is AK. So we can say that Bk is equal to 1 by m AK, and here the Fourier coefficient of x of n by m is given by 1 by m AK. Then multiplication. If AK is Fourier coefficient of xn, Bk is Fourier coefficient of yn, then calculate the Fourier coefficient of x of n multiplied by y of n. X of n is given by this formula, y of n is given by this formula according to the definition. Then you have to calculate x Fourier coefficient of x of n multiplied by y of n. Suppose that Fourier coefficient of this signal is dk. dk is given by 1 by n summation x of n multiplied by y of n exponential minus jk omega n. Here we substitute the value of x of n, sorry. So if we substitute the value of x of n, this, and changing this dummy k by l, here summation AL exponential JL omega n multiplied by yn exponential minus jk omega n, and interchanging the summation order we get this summation order. This we take this summation out of this expression. So summation AL multiplied by 1 by n summation y of n exponential minus j multiplied by k minus l 2 pi by n, and this is ak, and this is given by b k minus l. So, and this is the convolution of Fourier coefficient. So if signal is multiplied in time domain, its Fourier coefficients are convoluted. Next property is first difference. First difference is this property is same as differentiation in time continuous time domain. In continuous time domain, if we differentiate, then we get the Fourier coefficient if x and n discrete time signal. If ak is Fourier coefficient of x of n, then calculate the Fourier coefficient of x of n minus x of n minus 1. Suppose that Fourier coefficient of x of n minus x of n minus 1 is dk, then x of n is written as summation ak exponential jk omega n, and this x of n minus 1 is written as summation ak exponential jk omega plus jk omega n, and for this minus it is written as exponential minus jk omega 1. Clear? Or you can write this understand from this equation x of n minus n dash is written that ak multiplied by exponential minus jk omega n naught minus jk omega n naught. Here it is written as minus k omega 1, and rearranging this equation we get this, and dk is equal to 1 minus exponential jk omega multiplied by ak. Next is Parshall's equation. Parshall's relation. If ak is the Fourier coefficient of x of n, where xn is periodic with period capital N, then this is given. Suppose that why we use Parshall's relation. If we are not able to calculate energy or power of signal in time domain, then we can calculate energy or power in frequency domain. This Parshall's relation is used for calculating the energy or power in frequency domain if we are not or able to calculate the energy and power in time domain easily. Suppose x of n is periodic. If of n is periodic with period n, then we have to calculate the power of this signal by using Parsons relation. X of n is given by summation ak exponential jk omega n, and ak is given by this according to the definition. Then 1 by n summation square of mod of n is given by 1 by summation conjugate of x of n multiplied by x of n. How this can be written like this? Suppose that x of n is equal to a plus jb, and conjugation of x of n is written, so conjugation of x of n is written as a minus jb. And if you multiply these two signals, you get this, and this is the square of x of n. So this square of mod of x of n is written like this, and here we substitute the value of xn from this equation, and if we take this summation ak out of this expression, then we get this, and this is equal to no this equation can be written as this. Here this is conjugation sign, and this is equal to a ak, and so we can say that 1 by n summation square of mod of x of n is equal to summation ak multiplied by conjugate of ak, or we can say that this is equal to summation mod of square of mod of ak. This relation shows that average power of periodic signal x of n is equal to average. This is the power of signal. So, and 1 divided, if it is multiplied by 1 by n, it means that average power of periodic signal x of n is equal to the sum of power of its n Fourier coefficients ak. Let us understand Parseval's theorem by this numerical. Suppose x of t is given by k sample a of t. Then calculate energy. In this case, signal is here we calculate power of signal, and here we have to calculate the energy of this signal. But we do not calculate the energy of signal in time domain due to this complexity of signal. So we can try to calculate the energy of this signal in frequency domain. X of t or signal in time domain is given by this, and we know that if we take Fourier transform of sample signal, we get a rectangular signal in time domain. And for this is the bandwidth. Here it is shown by plus a and minus a, and magnitude of rectangular wave is pi by a. If we take Fourier transform of this signal, we get like a rectangular wave in frequency domain like this. And if we this is for only for sample signal, and xt is equal to k multiplied by sample signal. So for x of t, we get a Fourier transform like this, and magnitude of this rectangular pulse is k multiplied by pi by k, and energy is given by this expression. So if we calculate the square of mod of x of m, which is given by k square pi square by a square, And if we calculate the area of this is height multiplied by width. This is the area, and this is also the area of square of x of mod of x of omega. So we can easily calculate the energy of this signal. It is not possible to calculate the energy of signal x of t in time domain. So we can say that we can use Parshall's theorem for calculating power or energy in frequency domain if it is not possible to calculate energy in time domain very easily. The class is over. Thank you.